It's not an act of love if you make her. You make me do too much labor. Hey! Hi, friends. Welcome in. I want to play some video games. So that he never lives away 24/7, baby. So he can live out his big dreams. It's not an act of love if you make her. You make me do too much labor. If our love ends, it'll be the worst thing. Yeah, we're good and updated. She'll make me do a whole lot of labor. Alright, we're good to go. We're starting out sober. Let's wreck that real good. I'm out of sours, so we'll change it to shots. For the kids! It all goes to St. Jude's. Don't forget, they are tax-deductible donations. Save your receipts. Get it back in your taxes. Whoop whoop! St. Jude's. We busted 55K today at the team. Holy. We're doing so good this year. It's still going until the 23rd. So y'all, get up in there and support. If you can't donate, share it. Share it around. We extended out our incentives. We have, what was it again? We crushed 5, so we did that. 665, you get to choose our piercings. Ear piercing. Choose the ear piercing. Brand new ear piercing. 1,000 is a karaoke night. And then 2,000 is, we're getting tattoos. Whoop whoop. I will live stream my tattoo. Yeah! Alright, game door code 86225. Let's put that in there. 86225. Barf barf, when you're ready, that's what it is. Cups. Oh shit, I need cat food, that's right. Bursa Burf better get her ass in here and fix this place up. Oh, Doge! Hi, Doge! Cheeseburger, omu rice. Gotta go get pet food. And garden. Tomatoes! I can love me better. I can love me better, baby. Can love me better. I can love me better, baby. Okay, harvesting. I didn't want to fight. Started to cry, but then remembered I can buy myself flowers. I think I didn't share it on my own frickin' Discord. I'm such an appropriate streamer. Beep boop, beep boop, beep boop. Wait, wait, hold on, Doge. Let me let the chickens out. Come, aminals! Bing bong! Alright, I let the animals out. Now I can water the garden. Yeah, I can love me better than you can. Oh, I definitely can, because I never did in the first place. Then you can. How can love me better? Welcome in, friends. Hi, if you're new and we've not met. I'm Jada Neko, and I'm a variety streamer, and I do whatever the hell I want. This week, we are charity event with our fam, the Moco Locos, for St. Jude's. Yes, St. Jude's. I don't have any empty... What do you mean I don't have any empty buckets? What nonsense do you speak? Oh shit, we're near the end of summer. Very important guest is visiting. Come on, Barf! Wait. Can we hire more staff yet? No, we can't. Baloney! We need to plant summer seeds. I knew it was summer. Darn it. I'm trying to eat my dinner before I start drinking. Why are beans in there? Honey. Nope. There it is. Huh? Oh, no, I was busy. I ignored my phone all day. I'm not sorry. I ignored my phone all day. I had Alice. We went to the movies. I don't care. I'm not sorry, and I'll do it again. It's super funny that I can cop out that way and Silver won't fight it because that's her buddy. She'll be like, oh, yeah, okay. She won't fight over an Willis. She went and saw the Smurf movie with her buddies today. It was cute. I let them watch it by themselves. Like, I sat right outside the theater, you know, right outside the door and sewed up some bag pieces. Let me make that thing. But she had, like, her own little I'm a fancy lady date with her buddies at the movie. It was super cute. Let's see. Gin. Mead. Sake. Sake. Mojito. Oh, wait. Sake. Gin. Mojito. Huh. Mead. Huh. Need more gin. Oh, I love Amesy. She's a sweetheart. I adore and miss Amesy. Okay. Need way more rice wine. Let's see what we got for food. That doesn't go there, that doesn't go there. Nope. Yeah. We're pretty full. And Elsabeth hasn't fixed the house yet, so we're just gonna go. Zombified. Yellow. This one? Damn it, bird! Shut the hell up! Where's my Whack. 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 Whacking. Whacking the bird. No. I need money first. I'm very poor. We are so poor. We needed to be... We had an event today. I couldn't fix it. The day was getting too far, and we had an event. It's too late! I had to go do the gardening and stock the booze and stuff, and oh, I still forgot to get goddamn food! Fuck. I gotta go get pet food. I'm out of cat food. Zombified. Pumping us with lies like it's formaldehyde. Dead inside. Comes on. Let's go. Stops and they won't stop till they won't stop till we're all zombified. Zombified. Ah! Why are you not buying it? Damn it. Buy all the things. Good job. Tell me I'm just like your father. I'm not the one who changed. We're a little more than halfway through summer. Hey, where'd that bitch go? Oh, there she is. Needed was to know, give me a reason. Good. Oh, I forgot to check for other shit. I think I already bought all this shit. Yeah. I'm waiting for these down here. I want it! I want more pets! Was an answer, all I needed was to know. Stop calling me names. Exclamation, Elsa's a bitch. All I wanted was an answer, all I needed was to know. Alright, I got food now. Yeah, good job, bird! Have a cookie. Good bird. Oh, there's the cat. 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 I'm gonna feed you right now, cat. Don't you worry. Bam, you're fed. We need way more gin. Gin with rye. Gin with rye. All those nights I sleep alone. Give me a reason. Oh, we need cheese starter. Mom, get some cheese starter, please. Hi, TNL. How you doing, baby? Lots. Like 100 of them. That is all I got for now. I don't want to talk about it. Amber Ale. Do we need more Pilsner? I feel like we need more stout. The voices in my head keep telling me to choose a stout. Oh, stout. Stout. The voices in my head keep telling me I'm not okay. Yeah, they do. The candelabras. The voices in my head keep on telling me I'm gonna. And I don't want to talk about the drama. I'm trauma. Oop. Oop. I want to fuel it. There we go. Okay. That one's still good. That one's still good. Ooh. Ooh. Way more fuel. Yeah, I gotta go get more fuel. Barley gin. I'm sure that I understand why you're mad. Everybody knows you're right. Everybody knows I'm wrong. Rice lager, bitter. Rice lager, bitter. Oh. But all your friends are pretty nice. Talk that crap and call me back. As a matter of fact, don't act like that. Oh, right. Sea bass cheeseburger. Great if they were alphabetized. Can't remember what the sea bass looked like. There it is. You're not the only one. Definitely need to grow more corn. Everybody sing along. Run it out, sorry about. All right. Pomfrets. Moray, trout, sea bass. Make it out with your friends. Rice. Make it out with your friends. Ooh, last call. Yes! We can go get more patterns tomorrow. Recipes! Ooh. Get to bed, Burr. Ow, my shoulder. Hey, you're fucking welcome, cat. Ow, excuse me. Alright, more gin. Rice gin. All you got is what I want. $1.97. Oh, there we go. Pilsner. Toasted. Dual. Pilsner. Toasted. Dual. Fucking Elizabeth! I need to make another omu rice and a grilled steak. I don't know. Probably. I don't know. Probably. I mean, I might be busy with Barsabar. We like to get freaky and nasty in that order. That's usually what I'm doing. I'm either outside with Melissa or I'm with Barsabar. Freak nasty. That's right. Did you make our restaurant bigger, bitch? Because it was pathetically small. We cannot see you. Enjoy the ride. You call it a warning. We need more firewood. Ooh, here's more planks. We need more of these wood blocks.
Bruh.
Ah! What? Oh, chickens. Shit, where's the chicken food? We cannot see you. Enjoy the ride. I'll just make some more. I need to make another cheeseburger. Fix up this whole situation over here. Make our house bigger. Wait, no, don't do it while I'm in here, because I'm doing shit. Okay. Corn malt. Let's do some more rye malt. Amber ale. We just did Pilsner. You know what? Let's do some strong. Strong with dual hops. Oh, here's more cheese too. Oh, and more gin. Gin with... Wait, what did I make so far? I made gin with wheat. I made gin with rye. Gin with barley. Gin with rice. So gin with corn. Gin with corn. We need more corn. Gin with corn. Boop, boop. More rosé. 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 Okay. Okay. Now it was omurice again and beefsteak. Right? Grilled steak with beef and omurice. Okay. Oh. No. I hope these markers don't suck. Oh, excuse me. Danza para danza, la coca de la coca. We have more tables, don't we? I want to do round tables over there. No, these are small tables and stools. Let's put another window. Candy blah blah. Wah, 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 wah. Why are there poles in here? Oh, wait. Pink! Oh, why'd you throw that on the floor, you dummy? I'm gonna need someone to help. I'm gonna need somebody's help. I'm gonna need someone to hold me down. I'll start pulling out my hair. I'm gonna cover myself with ashes of you, and nobody's gonna give a damn. Son of a bitch, give me a drink. One more night, you just can't fit me. Son of a bitch, if I can't get clean, I'm gonna drink my life away. We need tables. 17 years I've been putting back. 17 more they'll bury me. So much. Oop. Give me a drink. Milk. 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 Back inside, you bunch of assholes. Mama. Shake. Bugs are crawling all over me. My heart hands are shaking. Crawling all over me. Large table, large bench. Oh, I need more nails and planks. If only somebody made them. Bugs are crawling all over me. You just can't fit me, a son of a bitch. If I can't get clean, I'm gonna drink my life away. Give me a drink. This won't be me. Son of a bitch. You just can't keep me. Holes. Where'd I put those? Oh, there they are. How many big tables do you think we need? I probably should have just went and bought them instead of making them. Eating potatoes. That's what I hate about solids. It hurts. You get packed full of air. Oh, it's a bedtime! Run! All the downstairs bins have things. I mean, the box is full of shit for downstairs. Yeah. Okay, corn gin. Wait, I did rye gin. I did rye gin, I did wheat gin, I did barley gin. Wait, did I? Wait. And yeah, and then there's corn gin right there. Okay, I did all the gins. Cool. Yeah, recipes. Rum. Rum. Oop. Here, you can move it now. I took the stuff out. Move it. Oop. We have room for another one? I think we should put another malt table instead. Yeah. Rum! I'm gonna go get another recipe. Oh, wait, I got milk. I don't think we need to expand the kitchen anymore.
Hello, motherfucker.
Hi, Nico. But we do need tables and benches, so I'm just gonna buy them instead of making them, because meh. Oh, never see it. Like a big deal. Your love goes on me, surround me like a waterfall. Yeah. Go buy tables and shit. Oops. I didn't want to go in there. Ungood. It's Sunday. We have a special guest on Tuesday. That's not stream stuff. I feel so close to you right now. It's a force field. I wear my heart upon my sleeve like a big deal. I've made large tables. Ooh, get the fancy chairs. Wow. Ma. Meh. Meh. Ma. There's no stopping us right now. There's no stopping us right now. Alright, we're good. We got firewood. Everything has been loaded up in the kitchen. Garden's been watered. There, I put a table down. You've got space for 2, maybe 3 more tables. I want to put vanilla on tap. Did I already put vanilla on tap? No, I did not. Bang. Oop. Gotta swap out that dark. Let's collide. Which one was it? This one, or this one? Oh, it's none of them. It is what it is then. I'll keep these 2 in my bag. It's just about to break. Oh, no. Wait. Wait, it's just about to break. Everything is about to change. Bed peppers. Okay, I did that. Meat skewers with leek. Roasted fish with goby. Is that black goby or regular goby? I'll do black goby. Pretty sure it's black goby. Nico, you got really bad echo.
Hey, girl.
Hi, girl. Alright, there's your turn-ins up there. More stuff for the bins. I'm gonna go get recipes, because we got upgrade. I'm gonna go see the pervert in the cave. It's not me this time. Dog. Love you too, girl. We need to use up all the frickin' peppers. Ooh, this one... No. 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 Something that uses the peppers. Yeah, alright. I say your name, but you're not around. I need you, I need you, I need you right now. Yeah, I need you right now. Man, sushi is a fucking good one. Ooh. Bread with tomatoes. The lettuce tacos, bell peppers. Meat and fish. Meh. No. 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 Yeah, I need you right now. Pickled fish. That you'll be here when I need you the most. So maybe something pickled. Don't let me down, down, down. Pad Thai is a decent price. And he uses chilies and soybeans. Bum, 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 bum. Cheesecake? Pad Thai gets way more than cheesecake. Tortas is good. That's a decently high price too. Apple tart gets a pretty big price. Chestnuts. Dorayaki. Brownie. Yeah. I'm gonna get pad thai. Alright. It echoes like crazy. The hell? There we go. Did you cash the recipes in? They were cooked in the kitchen. Damn it, Barsabarf! I was on my way to cook the new shit. All right. Oh, we need corn flour. We need corn. What was else? What else did I just get? Oh, pad thai. Bam. What was the other ones I bought? What did I get just now? Pad thai, fajitas, and something else. That's not it. It wasn't a drink. It was something with tomatoes. No, it wasn't. It was this. It was the pickle table. Oh, what the hell? Cilantro. Shit. Yeah, we're out of corn. We need more corn flour. Birria, there it is. Yeah. Hey, why'd you expand this stuff? Don't expand this other shit anymore. I don't like it. Don't do that! Just expand the bar! All the restaurant and the upstairs. The kitchen and my bedroom are fine! What we need to do is build a second fucking bar. I wonder if we can make another bar. Hang on, let me Google that. Can our bar have a bar in a bar? Can we have a second bar? Can my tavern have multiple bars? Exterior, blobbity blue. Okay. 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 Excuse me. Okay. Okay. You can put things in the unwanted garbage can outside. And they will disappear. Neat. Ow. Okay. 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 It doesn't say anything about having another bar. Huh. Maybe construction mode is what I want? Oh, we can expand with more rented rooms, but we cannot expand our bar. Uh-huh. Okay. Hmm. 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 Huh. Well, fuck. Really wish we could have had another bar. Our bartender's getting overworked. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah. Shit. Hmm. Damn. I really wanted another bar. Oh well. Corn. We have a special guest tomorrow. But we need corn. Okay. That seems about enough. Oh, neck.
Come to the town.
I'm beside you, you crackhead.
No, you're not.
I'm literally buying seeds from the other bitch.
Then come over here.
I'm standing beside you! Thanks. I like stuff.
I bought tables and benches.
You bought tables, you said? Sweet.
Tables and benches.
Nice. Don't say anything, just go away. In this one.
Yeah, so if you want tablecloths for these, I need 5.
Uh-huh. I need to come water the garden so I can plant things that still live into fall. Like corn.
Does that work for you, Mommy?
Yes, baby. Ah, poop. Oh, dude. Whew. Get out of here, dog! Oh my god, dog. Get the fuck out of my way. Yeah, that should be enough corn. Tomorrow we have a special guest, so we gotta open up. Ah! Alright, I finished my dinner and I drank all my vitamin water.
Yay!
Oh, be right back. I'm gonna not drink. I'm definitely gonna get high though.
Hi, girl. Hi.
Do you have to go?
What?
The goat? Do you not?
Yes, one. 86225.
225?
86225.
Alright. Hello, motherfucker.
Okay. Good night, I love you. Are you watching a movie? You don't have to go to sleep. There's no camp tomorrow. Go to watch a movie. Your movie player's right there.
Get out of my bed!
Go give him a hug. Didn't I have some kisses? Did you brush your teeth?
Hello, motherfucker.
Go give your hugs and kisses and brush your teeth. Hi, Javi! Come bar! I know you have this game, you skank.
Hello,
I'm
Alice.
in the barn.
Hi, Alice.
Don't act like
She's
you
in
don't.
my bed. Ooh woo.
I'm always in your bed. Okay.
We all are always in your bed. When were we not? Ready. I'm in my bed. I planted so much corn. We need corn flour so I can make tortillas to go with my tacos. No, fajitas. Fajitas. For my fajitas. Fajitas. That's how you say that, right, Javi?
Fajitas.
No!
Absolutely.
Vaginas. Vaginas. It's like a vagina, but it's deliciouser. Because you bite it. No? No? Okay. Because you chew it. Yeah. Because you chew it. I mean, unless you're into that too, then I don't know. Wank wank, I guess. Ba-ba-ba-dee-da-da-do. Beer. Vodka? No, gin. I made a lot of gin. Rum. I guess we can make more brandy. You're a fine girl. Make more gin. Rye gin.
You didn't finish decorating the tables, ma'am.
Yeah, I didn't do them at all. I'm glad you noticed. It's okay, hey ho. Amber ale, dual hops. Amber ale, dual hops. Do we have enough corn for... No, we don't. Why? Why, Nico? I don't want to talk about it. Those don't go there. Those are caca nuts. They're literally nuts. They don't go in the not nuts. What's the night by the water? So far away from her father's daughter. She just thinks alone. For a baby.
Don't mind me, I'm just refilling all of your vegetables.
Fantabulous. I'm trying to find fucking corn.
The animals are fed. I forgot the cat.
I just put 11 of them in the bin.
Great. I need corn flour.
Eggs and milk.
Nice. Bada-bum bum bum. Yeah, that's good.
Oh yeah, I unlocked a new recipes.
I did too.
I unlocked,
I did birria, fajitas, tortillas, and...
I unlocked Excuse me. There's definitely not. Soapy Spice. Hey, girl. We need candles. No, candle holders. Sorry. Not candelabras, candle holders.
Beef,
Whatever we have a lot of.
chicken.
You need corn porridge. Oh, we know. Silver says, send me a hot snap. So open.
Let me check your history.
The fuck? There we go. Got it. My microphone lost its source for a minute there. There! I was not muted.
Oh.
It lost its source.
Yeah.
Because they could still hear
There
me
you
in
go.
Discord.
Mm-hmm.
Green. White.
Fuck, I forgot what I needed.
What's in my... If you want me to guess, I'm just a stranger, you know. Alright, cool. Now what did the bird say? Yeah, yeah. Let the riches know. Alright. Don't give the bird cookies unless it's a good boy. Yeah, special guest today. Alright, this stuff is all watered, right? Yep. Broken another time. Sometimes I think I want to eat garlic bread. And then I laugh. I don't think I could eat straight up dry bread anymore. I wanna know if I heal inside. Hobby, I thought you let the aminals out. Oh, you just fed them, but didn't let them outside? Savage.
I rang the bell. What
They
the-
didn't. They didn't come out. Now they're out. You just leave them out for an hour or whatever, and then we gotta remember to put them back. Did you buy more cheese starter? Diggy, diggy, hole. The fuck? Woo! I found a helmet! That's right! I knew it! If anybody can find a helmet, it's me. Hey, hey, hey. Press a birth! Celebrate my helmet! Ooh, no, that I am stricken and can't let you go. No.
I'm too busy spending all your money.
Oh no. Oh, dude. You really did. Good job. Alright, let's get some more. Is Bob the Rock or is Bob the Chicken? Feel good as hell. I need to make a bunch of bracelets too. Maybe I should do that to Mari. Dance for me, dance for me, dance for me. Oh. I really hope they open up this fucking rocky area over here soon. Oh my god. See you fucking dying. Calm down, Javi.
I can't.
What the hell was that? Was that a bird?
There's your cheese starter in the bin with the milk and cheese.
Yeah! Yeah! No, you're welcome!
No, you're welcome.
No, you're welcome! We're on the same team. No, you're welcome!
You're welcome.
No, you're welcome! Don't you make me express my gratitude in sexual favors, bitch. See, this is another road they need to open up. Hell yeah. By the farms. Dance for me, dance for me, dance for me, oh.
Fat bird.
Huh? What you said?
Bad bird?
No! Oh, yeah. That bird's an asshole. Its name Bird. It doesn't get to have a name until it can get into the positive area. Its name just Bird.
You need to fill the taps.
I know. I'm on my way back. Do last call. Cause you're just a waste of space. No one likes you anyway. Shut the fuck up. La 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 la. Close like the Chardonnay. You're a piece of shit. No one cares if you go missing? Corn cobs. Cause you're just a waste of space. And I like you anyway.
Cuckoo, cuckoo.
I hear it. I'm friggin' coming. But there's
Yeah,
crap
you are.
in my bag that I have to get rid of. This goes in here. Yes. Come on, get inside.
I'm coming.
Not you, me. Run! Gaspin spin. Yes, I made it! You're a piece
I was
of
on the
shit.
edge of the
No
bed.
one cares if you go missing. I got new markers. I'm very excited about it. So hopefully I can paint more of the bag of acrylics. And get them over to the snack pack. Pull out the pin. I self-destruct. Hey, don't open up before I did the stuff, you poo head.
I didn't open.
Javi! Oh, no. Let's go in there.
That's all. I need the wood.
I'll pull out the pin. I self-destruct. Okay. Now on the taps. Keg. 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 Keg.
New red wine.
Yep. Bop, 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 bop. That doesn't go in there. That goes in here. It shouldn't be this hard. It's under my skin, feeling my bones. If I don't feel like trying, I pull out the pins. Something dark. Let's go with you. Self-destruct. You. And you. And you. And you. If I feel like dying, it shouldn't be this hard. It's under my skin. Feeling my bones. But I feel like trying. Self-destruct. Check me out, hydrating like a good girl. Mm-hmm. Alright, now what was I doing in here? Oh, corn and sangria. There's lots of sangria already. Check the bin. Okay, there's...
Berry sangria.
Oh, it's no any blueberry. Fine.
That's the one we need.
I'll make it. Dumb.
There's no red wine.
Oh, right. Oh, it's not ready yet, because I made some. Where is it? Is there any ready downstairs? Yeah, there is. Right here. Boop, boop, boop. Everybody thinks that I'm just a fuck boy. 'Cause I know that you think that I'm just a fuck boy. There we go. Sangria. Blueberry juice. Blueberry, blackberry sangria. There you go. There's your sangria.
Alright.
You got the corn cobs? Bam. There you go, baby cakes. Huh. And rent is free. I need to know you're good for me. Yeah, everybody thinks that you're just a fuckboy. Juice. I'm gonna make more wine. You know the worst ways. Yeah, I don't give a fuck. Stoked to start filling these. Bad bird! Bad bird! No matter what they say, I wanna be with you. I have several ideas about the Triceratops and the pride colors for it. I better try versions. Like, normally we just do the tail, but the stag and the Triceratops, they're gonna need to be different. It doesn't have to be, like, hugely different, but I'm gonna try to do something to vary it. Let's see. The Stegosaurus is gonna work out great for pride. Inside and outside, world around. Oh, damn it. That one didn't go all the way through. Wasteful. Alright, that should be enough testers. In the world, you are all the man. I do want to take all of these out of here, though, because I'm going to need to paint them. Oh, those are Burfs. Get out of my bin. Oh, those are mine. That's a Burfs. Oops. I think I might have thrown them in the arsenic bag. Whatever. Same place. Okay. All these dinos. These earrings are gonna be cute. Okay. Next stock of ship for snack.
Alright, it's time for bed for me.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
I'm gonna save, and I'm gonna turn on my desk cam and paint and watch YouTube. Get to bed, Javi.
I'm on my...
Okay, good night.
Good night, love you, bitch. Alright, that saves the game. And now, craft. Good, because I want to take my fucking headphones off. They are crushing my ears. Boop. Boop. Oh. Ow. Fuck. Oh. Oh. My ears. Okay. Ooh. I'm a good girl. Oh, wait. Let me check on Alice. My good girl treat is a popsicle. I got popsicle. Yay! Alright. We're switching to craft. Hi, girl. Hi. Oh yeah, that's all the birds that broke. That's funny. Oh, here's that one. Okay. It's a popsicle. It's a popsicle. It's a popsicle. I feel liquid. Yeah. Dash cam. Boop. Camera. This camera annoys me. I have to unplug it and plug it back in every friggin' time. There we go. Okay. I want to watch YouTube. We have some Charlotte. We have some Charlotte to catch up on. We're gonna pause the music. Charlotte. Potato Queen. Okay, window capture. Capture our Potato Queen. Yum, yum, yum.
Those are so cute.
So tight to the rope that I'm hanging from. Awfully silent. This was so fun. And diving through the waves below. Hang on, y'all. I need to get my markers out. Pixels of the gables, emotional torture from the head of your high table. Somebody asked me what the high table was, and I'm like, I can't. Go Google it, please. If you have questions, Google it. And if you still have questions after, I'll answer them. But genuinely, if you can't figure out what the high table is, maybe it's because I hang out with an Irish bitch. If I were then, would that be a bad thing? You need too much labor. Okay. But never yours. I need that for something else. That's clear coat. What you cannot save for emotional torture from the head of your high table. Okay, back to what I was doing. White. Alright, so the idea with the dinos is obviously the frills on the Stagos. I'm going to do the tails on the raptors the same way I do the dragons. But the trikes are where I was going to be stuck with my what my brain wants. Because, I don't know. Hang on, I needed my... You made me do too much labor.
You're stuck like in the color or
24/7
style?
baby machine. Okay. If I want to do the back, spine, and tail, if I want to include the fringe in the pride coloring, and if I want to include the front, right? Because the skeleton itself, like say the trans flag, that's pink and blue and white, right? So if I incorporate its face into, because the skull is going to be white, I can put the horns blue and pink, or blue and pink, you know, and then pride the correct way the flag goes down its tail. Because the tails are the pride flags, regardless. But in the Triceratops, I kind of want to incorporate its face horns in, and its little frill around here. Either the frill will be pink or the frill will be blue, and then the reverse for the horns. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Cute, I think. You could do the flag, do one color, two colors, whatever.
I do the whole flag down the tails. It works out really, really cute. Oh, there we go. Uh-oh, I think this one's empty. Boss. Yep, I knew the white one was running out too. I needed to get a bunch of the white acrylic and do the opposite, make black skeletons. Fucking sharp. Come on. I need more white. A lot more white. Oh, wait, let me play Charlotte.
My new manager doesn't know we have a kid together. Plus some more spicy work
Fucking
drama.
what?
The backstory. I went back to university in my late 20s to do my PhD and shared an office with a few other students for many years. One of the students, Jacob, completed his thesis and was moving back to his home country. So we all went out for congratulatory and farewell drinks. One thing led to another, and Jacob and I spent the night together. A few weeks later, I realized I was pregnant, and I had no way to contact Jacob.
Really? Not one person had Jacob's number?
His university email and mobile number had been deactivated since he'd left the university and country.
For the Facebook?
I didn't need anything from him and was fine to raise the child alone, but I thought he had a right to know. I Googled him a few times over the years, but I never found him. This last week, our department head emailed everyone to introduce and welcome our new manager, Jacob. Oh, Daddy's here! Interesting. With a photo and a blurb about his education and work history, so I know for sure it's him. The night we spent together changed my life because it made me a parent. So I have thought about Jacob from time to time when my daughter asks about her dad, or I notice a genetic trait that she didn't get from me. However, I doubt Jacob has given that night a second thought. They never do they? I almost think that hookups should be like when you get into an accident. You get into an accident
Yep.
and you have to share your insurance info, your phone numbers. It should be like that. I have no idea whether he will have any concerns about being my manager given our history, or whether I'm making a bigger deal of this than I should. For what it's worth, in my years of sharing an office with Jacob, he seemed easygoing and practical.
Easygoing and practical?
I don't see this going well. I don't know why, but I just feel like this is about to get very messy. In our company, it is common for everyone in the department to reply all to these introduction emails and introduce themselves, welcome the newcomer aboard, and explain how their role will interact with theirs. I'm not sure if my email should note that Jacob and I studied together years ago as a way to get that out in the open. I mean, you could do that. He's also probably gonna recognize you. I feel like he might even feel like a little bit like awkward about you sort of pointing that out in like a company email that you guys like know each other. No one else will know, but he will. Or should I email him individually and offer to have a discussion about keeping our history out of the workplace if he thinks it's needed? I'd appreciate any suggestions for language that indicates I'm not concerned and will be completely professional. I think a private email. And then, in direct contradiction to that, I'd also appreciate a script for a separate email saying, can we please meet outside of work because I need to tell you something important about our history. Ooh. So I can tell him about his daughter. If you or any commenters think I shouldn't tell him, or I should let him settle into his new country and new job first, I would definitely take that on board. I do not envy you. This is a very awkward thing to have to say, because it could affect your job. It could affect your dynamic at work. I do think that he has a right to know. I'm trying to think of the best way to do this. I have never, and probably will never be in this scenario, so I'm not sure if I'm the best person to give advice. On to update number 1. 8 months later. Thank you for answering my letter. You were right. It was a really big deal. It is a very big deal. It's not your fault that this happened, and it's not his fault necessarily that this happened. This is gonna make the work dynamic strange, and you're also dropping a massive bomb on him. I feel like this is messy. I was viewing the Jacob as my manager problem from his perspective until I told him otherwise. It was just a simple one-night stand over a decade ago, and it didn't seem like a huge problem. I hated and appreciated the reality check. A lot happened in a short space of time. Thankfully, I already have therapists. First, I spoke to my union rep who said, say nothing, but call us if HR tries to set up a meeting with you. Staying silent and having Jacob independently declare the prior relationship when he arrived would have been problematic because I'd still end up in the same position and I would have lied by omission. Our HR team can be gossipy and they know the age of my half-Chinese daughter, so I needed to have as much control as possible over the disclosure. I spoke to an employment lawyer who reviewed our policies, and at his suggestion, I wrote an email to HR declaring a prior relationship with Jacob. Okay, yes, this is good, because you do not want it to affect your job. Like, your past is your past and something happened, and I understand. It is of concern to the workplace whether this dynamic will affect your work. So it's good that you gave them a heads up and it was up to you and not him. Because what if he had like a bad reaction? You know, he's your boss. He could have you fired if he didn't want to deal with it. He could make your life really difficult if he's an a-hole. I'm sure he's a nice, easygoing guy, but under duress or under any amount of stress, some people can change. And then I was immediately pushed out. Even if you have all the legal support in the world, you can't prevent someone from doing something illegal. You just have recourse afterward. In a meeting with my lawyer, the union rep, HR, and a member of the senior management team, I was asked to resign.
Why? What?
Oh, no. When I said no, they insisted on a statutory declaration about the relationship with Jacob, stating what happened, when it happened, how many times it happened, and who initiated it. Oh, that's
No. In the sense that, no. You know what I mean? Like, when I'm saying that...
I said no to all that. We ended the meeting with each side agreeing to think about possible solutions. The company's solution was to start messing with my pay, my benefits, my swipe card access to my office, my computer login, and my email calendar account. I love how they're doing all of this to you.
But not to the guy that didn't wrap it up. This is like... side-eye.
They spread rumors about me, and I heard coworkers whispering that I'd had an affair with a manager. They sent me for a random RUG test at a time when I was scheduled for an important meeting with clients. They canceled accommodation that had been booked for upcoming travel, which I only found out about because I was getting paranoid and called the hotel. Okay, so they're trying to make you quit.
A little bit illegal. Like, I'm just saying.
Documented. Take them to jail.
So
Go directly to jail.
I hate that. Ugh, then they won. I wish I'd held up better under the pressure, but it was all just too much with the looming deadline of Jacob's start date at our office, and whatever way HR was going to drag him into this. I'm lucky that I can take my time looking for a new job, so I've had some space to process everything. It definitely sucks, but I mean, now you don't have to worry about what's going to happen at work when you tell Jacob. Outside of the work stuff, I spoke to a family lawyer who outlined all the possible ways this situation could go and what the most likely outcomes were. Basically, my daughter's old enough that what she wants would get heavily weighed in by a court if it came to that. I've spoken to my daughter many times about her father. I told her what I knew about him and that I'd tried to contact him. I'd offer for her to see a therapist if she ever wanted to talk to someone about it who wasn't me, and she always said thanks, but no thanks. The family lawyer helped me write a letter, which I left for Jacob. I told him about his daughter, said I wasn't trying to get anything from him, and gave him the contact details of my lawyer. Ooh, okay. After a few weeks of me freaking out that HR had somehow intercepted the letter, he emailed my lawyer. He was the easygoing and practical Jacob I remembered. He was still processing it, but said he wasn't going to take any legal steps. He offered us family medical history, he apologized if I resigned because of him, and he said he would like to meet our daughter if she's interested. Oh, good. Good. She also has some siblings. Oh, okay. Wait, so he has more kids? Interesting.
It's been 10 years.
I told her all this, and she said she's happy that she has her father's contact info, but she doesn't want to meet him right now. She's of the view that having him in our lives would cause unwanted disruption, and she doesn't even know about the work cluster fudge. Ooh, okay. Listen, it sucks that you lost your job, but again, like, without that added stress of him having to be around you at work... Sorry, my hands look gigantic. Look at this. Without the added stress of you being around at work and like having to see each other and stuff, it turned out for the best. We have one more update a year later. My daughter changed her mind and has been in contact with Jacob. It's still a bit awkward between them, but they have some hobbies in common, which they've bonded over. My daughter also seems very excited to have some siblings who adore their cool new big sister. Okay, so like, is he married? Or like, where are all these kids coming from? I'm a little nosy, I want to know. I know some people were wondering why my old company reacted the way they did. For reasons I can't get into, my work gets scrutinized by outside authorities, and my manager's role is primarily a quality control one. Any suggestion that my manager had not checked my work impartially enough due to a personal relationship could have been career-ending for both of us. Okay, but I mean, I also feel like you're the only one that got, like, punished for something like this.
You know, that's too tango.
Additionally, the work I do is in a very specialist field, and there are only a handful of people in the country who do it. Another company in a similar field initially approached Jacob, who had an amazing career by the sounds of it, to start a new department at their company doing the same thing. My old company paid a buttload of money to lure him over so that he wouldn't be in direct competition for clients and employees. Okay, so they invested a lot in him, I see. I guess that's fair, but like, it's also not fair, you know?
I was here first.
I had trouble finding a new job. Financially, we were okay, so I was being picky. After almost a year of work, Jacob told me he'd been approached by the first company who still wanted him to start their new department. He was happy at my old company, but he offered to take the new role if I wanted to try and get my old job back.
I'm not going back.
I mean, he doesn't exactly know what happened, so I don't blame him for trying that, but I would never ask him to do that, and I also never want to go anywhere near that company again, so I said no, period, queen. We know our word. We don't go back to the people who discard us, ever. Ever. Jacob turned the other company down, but gave them my name. It's a step up from where I was, but they interviewed me and I got the job. I've been here about 6 months and it's enjoyable so far. Plus, I've never procreated with anyone in my chain of command, so it seems like a very good place to work. I'm happy for you, genuinely. And it turns out that Jacob was a solid dude. I've hired one of my former coworkers, plus 2 recent graduates from my alma mater. Oh, I think it's alma mater.
It's alma mater, darling. It's alma mater.
It's pronounced ochre. I don't even care.
Sure. Yeah. Okay.
Alma
We're
mater.
bright, motivated, and quickly getting up to speed. Unlike my old company, we don't have a lengthy wait list for our services yet. So a few clients have started coming to us instead of them. I'm delighted that I'm becoming the very threat my old company was trying to avoid when they pushed me out. Well, that's an excellent ending. Like, I do have to say, I was a little judgy. Judgy-wudgy was a char. I've also learned that I feel like it also might be, like, cultural. Like, when I was in Italy, I was like, oh, these people can be kind of judgy. And I can say that because I am half Italian. Like, they don't like it when you drink, like, cappuccinos after 11 a.m. And they, like, give you lectures. Okay, no, yeah, I see why I'm a bit judgy. But that doesn't mean that I can't admit when I'm wrong. And I'm very happy that Jacob ended up being a stand-up guy. That being said, I do think that things would have turned out a little bit differently if you were
Must
at the
order
company
more
that
white.
he worked at, and that's when you told him about his daughter. I do think that things worked out for the best, and it was like the least amount of fallout happened possible. Am I the a-hole for replying to a coworker's inappropriate text by work email and attaching them? Ooh, I love a good attachment. One of my coworkers, who I thought was friendly, but that was it, he's married, sent me some inappropriate text at like 3 a.m. on St. Patrick's Day weekend. So he was loaded. Asking me to come over and, quote, have some fun.
Oh my.
And saying he had been into me for a while and he knew I felt the same. I don't.
my.
I'm a lesbian.
I'm full of beans too.
Okay. This is like the ultimate ick. Like, if you weren't gay before,
I'm gay now.
now we are gay. He also sent me a spicy selfie that luckily got cut off right before his anything else was showing. Dang, it was close. Ooh. I don't know what it is about stuff like this. Like, it gives you the ultimate ick when someone assumes that you're into them and they're like so confident about it. It's like,
I'm not even near you, you faker.
when I saw them, I was with friends and I was like, what the F? Okay, this is a Monday problem. I have a really strict rule with myself that I don't do work, think about work, or answer messages about work outside 9 to 5, Monday to Friday. That is very disciplined and good for you. I need to do that more. I also don't use my personal phone for work stuff. I mean, this kind of blurs the line of like work and personal, I would say. He wants it to be personal, but you don't. If someone from work calls or texts, and it's not one of the coworkers I see as a close friend, and trust to not talk shop on the weekends, I'm not answering. Good for you. I love a boundary queen. I included dealing with this guy as a workday problem, so I ignored his message. He sent me several later, and first saying sorry, he was drunk. I knew it. Then saying he hadn't said it how he wanted to, but he still was into me and had a feeling I felt the same. Ugh. On Monday, I wrote him an email on the work email saying, "Hi, coworker. I'm writing to follow up on the messages from the prior several days. See attached. Please don't contact me through work channels during regular business hours. I do not use my personal number with colleagues. Additionally, I found the content of your messages unwelcome and inappropriate. Please only contact me regarding work." Ooh, these are some saucy, sexy little boundaries. You're good at this. Can you teach me? I feel like in order to be like a boundary setting queen, you literally need to like not give up. I didn't send the email to HR, but I did blind CC my personal email so I'd have a copy just in case. And he got really mad. Of course he did.
Oh no.
He texted me back saying I had crossed a line, attaching his picture to a work email. Was I trying to get him fired?
Yes, Yes, I am.
Interesting how he thinks that this is crossing a line, but not what he did in order to cross several lines. I screenshotted that text too and attached it to an email saying, as per my prior email, please only contact me about work matters and only on my business email or Slack. Ooh, this is good. He stopped texting me, but came to my desk to speak to me. And before he said anything, I asked, is this a work question? And he said I knew what it was about. And I said I wasn't available for a discussion at the moment. If he did need to meet with me for a work matter, could he please schedule a meeting on the calendar and include a read-ahead to brief me on the topic of the meeting? Oh my goodness. Is anyone else like really turned on right now?
Yes. Yes.
This makes me so happy. He walked off. I feel like I was a bit of a B-word in dealing with it when maybe I could have just told him to cut it out by text. I mean, you kind of already did, bestie. I feel like some energy was warranted. I'm also sick of dealing with this crap at every job, and I feel like my patience to use my own time and energy to gently ask guys to cool it is worn thin. These are the words of someone who is very accustomed to boundary setting. Like, you seem like a professional boundary setter. I want to set the precedent that I won't engage at all outside of work hours or on work accounts. Am I the a-hole for sending that email? Absolutely not. You are not. Okay, so an important kind of edit / update. It seems like most of the people on this thread sort of said that she should go to HR to get ahead of it.
That's probably a good idea.
Not only are you embarrassing him and like he's kind of
Oh, Barb. No, wait, what was her name again?
that you're gonna tell
Henry.
his boss or like people at work are gonna find out. You also rejected him.
Xerxes didn't take rejection well.
So this is the thing about like rejecting guys. A lot of us are really nice about it because we feel like we're afraid of like what they will do. You've added this extra layer of like he could lose his job to this like rejection. I agree with the comments and I think that you should go to HR. I
Rainbow
was
tails.
considering holding off to see if he cools it himself, but the way he came to my desk after being told off twice makes me think that's probably not the best idea. I'm gonna forward the email to HR, write up the conversation we had at my desk, and ask them to meet me to discuss. Edit number 2. I sent an email to HR this afternoon and they called a meeting with me the same day. I told them everything, though there wasn't a lot to say that wasn't already captured in the emails, and they assured me I wouldn't have any more contact with him at work. They're going to meet with him tomorrow. It's still not decided if he will be fired or if he will be moved to a different position where he won't have any reason to speak to me. I have a feeling it might depend on how he handles the conversation with them. I do feel good about emailing HR. You should, because you did nothing wrong. And like, it didn't have to escalate to this, but like, he came to your desk, babes. After you specifically told him that you don't want to talk to him unless it's work related. But he doesn't understand boundaries, okay? I feel like along with myself, I've possibly helped out other women by starting that paper trail if it turns out to be something he's done more than once. Edit 3. Holy crap. I went out to happy hour with a few of my female friends in my field to vent. Oh no. One of my friends told me she'd met the same guy at a professional conference, gave her her business card with her phone number, and he sent her a nasty pic, too. Okay, so he's a serial offender.
Ew.
She just replied saying that that was inappropriate. She had a husband, and
And I want to do this one with
not having to know.
Pride Spine
Oh, hell no!
and Rainbow.
Who
Rainbow
is like
Frill.
saying yes
Rainbow
to this?
hair.
Because like I don't know about you, but I'm grossed out.
This guy
Buddy needs to be humbled. So she had her husband call him and leave a voicemail telling him to F off, and she never heard from him again. I asked her if she'd be okay sending screenshots of the text exchange to my HR contact. She was. And she even wrote that she met him at a professional conference where he was representing the company. She gave him a business card for networking reasons, and he sent her an unsolicited picture. And she needed her husband to intervene to stop the harassment. How embarrassing for him. Like, seriously. Somebody tell this man's wife. I haven't checked my email again. I'm trying to leave work at work and not dwell on this anymore tonight, but it seems like HR will have even more to go off before meeting with him. Edit 4. He was fired. I don't know a lot of details. I have a follow-up meeting with HR soon, but my coworkers told me he was escorted out of the building this morning. One of my coworkers who sits near the HR office said they heard him screaming at the HR staff during his meeting this morning. Ooh.
Not a good look.
It's crazy how stuff escalated, honestly. Just last week, I thought he was a chill guy. I owe a thank you to everyone who told me to report this too. I'd been on the fence at first, but I feel like stuff was gonna escalate either way, and I feel a lot safer not having to see him every day at work. So are you the a-hole for replying to a coworker's inappropriate text by work email and attaching them? No, you were the perfect amount of...
Red.
Am I the a-hole for getting a new nurse fired for accusing me of having an affair with my father? Hey Reddit. Hey. I'm a hospital social worker at a small hospital. My dad is one of the ER day shift charge nurses. A few weeks ago, I was in HR. Oh, sorry, I got ahead of myself. A few weeks ago, I was in the ER trying to figure out a placement for an elderly patient. When I was leaving, I had a chat with my dad in the hallway. Before I left, he gave me a hug and told me not to be late for dinner. I joked about how I'm going to order the most expensive steak on the menu since it's his turn to pay. I'm 27 female and my dad is 51 male. Okay, so I feel like I know where this is going. She's just like kikiing and gossiping about you, and she assumed that this man was like your sugar daddy or something. There was a new nurse at the nurse station nearby. Pretty much everyone knows that he's my dad. I hadn't spoken with this new nurse much though, and she didn't know. Well, it's not exactly her business.
Nope.
Picture that, you know, you go up to her and you're just like,
Just so you know, that was my father.
or maybe she could just mind her business. Apparently, she thought my dad and I were having an affair. Based off of what she heard and saw. She knew my dad's married to my mom, who brings him lunch sometimes. Oh, Lord. She immediately began gossiping to some of the other staff that my dad is having an affair with the hospital social worker, aka me. Oh, absolutely not.
What?
One older nurse that I've known for a long time immediately came to tell me. I don't think she liked this new nurse very much. I guess no one decided to tell her that he's my dad. This beef could have been squashed with, like, literally one word from her, saying that that's her dad. She would look really foolish. I hate gossip. I don't know what it is about nurses, but I swear to God, some of them really do love to spread rumors. I decided to not take it up with her and just went straight to HR. We were both asked to come to HR after our shift was over, along with my dad. Ooh, messy. Now, the HR lady knew that he's my father. When NN came in, she was asked to explain, and she said that she thinks it's terrible that we would blatantly have an affair. And she was shocked because she thought my dad seemed like such a nice guy. My dad then decided to speak up and explain that I'm his child. The NN was mortified and apologized profusely. Okay, so what did we learn? Mind your business. And certainly, before you go and spread a rumor, do your due diligence. Don't just go and spread rumors that someone's having an affair and literally you have no idea what's happening. The HR lady asked me and my dad to leave. They had a meeting with the unit manager and it was decided that the new nurse would be fired immediately because she was still in her 90-day probation period. My mom thinks I'm a jerk and I should have just brought it up to the nurse instead of bringing it to HR when I knew she would probably get fired. I mean, she had no problem talking crap about you and telling everyone you were having an affair when you weren't. All it took was her seeing you have an interaction with a guy, and she assumed that there was romantic energy there. I swear to God, some women are so daft. Just because a woman is talking to a man, that does not mean that they are in a relationship. That does not mean that there are romantic vibes. There are not. She probably picked up on the warmth between you guys and assumed that it was romantic, but what the, like, I also think my mom is sympathetic because she stalked the woman's Facebook and she's a single mom or whatever. I mean, yeah, that sucks, but it's also like...
Your actions have consequences.
I think I was right to get her fired because the hospital doesn't need a bunch of nurses sitting on their words, gossiping instead of doing their job. That part. My dad is embarrassed and feels awkward about the whole thing. I would be embarrassed too if I was your dad, but at the same time, like... It's not the first time someone thought I was dating my dad. We aren't weird or anything, but it happens. Anywho, am I the a-hole? It's a strange piece of context. It's one thing if someone assumes that your dad is with like a much younger like woman. It's an entirely other thing for someone to assume that he's having an affair and just spread that like amongst coworkers, you know? Not the a-hole, I doubt this was the only reason she was fired. I mean, that's a good point because like, why didn't anyone correct her? Why did everyone just kind of like let her dig her own grave? A real hint is the other nurse is not telling her and letting her tie her own noose. I agree, that's very telling. If almost everyone knows OP and her dad are related and none of them decided to tell the new nurse when she was gossiping, she'd already pissed off other employees for them to not tell her. I mean, that's an interesting take, but I wouldn't be surprised as well. It definitely was a misunderstanding. No, I mean, like, if you think you're doing the right thing, you don't go and, like, gossip about it to other people, especially when you don't know the facts. If she thought that you were having an affair with him, I feel like the right thing to do in that scenario would be to go to HR, not to start talking crap about you with all of her coworkers. I feel like this person definitely needed to learn a lesson, and the lesson was mind your business. Subscribe!
Watch for free on the Hallmark Plus YouTube channel.
Please take care of
Friggin' no!
This is some petty in-law drama that went too far. Am I the a-hole for stonewalling my future in-laws for telling me I'm grounded when visiting them? For context, we live in a country where there's a stigma around males showing emotion that is taken seriously, and boys used to be raised to be cold, hard figures, as that is seen as what makes you a man. I don't get it either. But it has been improving in recent years. My fiance, 29 male, who lived with his parents to financially support them, and I, 23 female, who lived with my parents, met in early 2024 and lived 2 hours apart. We took turns visiting each other for a few days at a time when work allowed. His parents, 54 male and 53 female, do not like me, and they didn't like me from the get-go, purely because I have tattoos and piercings and wear black, no matter how much effort I put into building a relationship with them. Over time, I was warned by family members and family friends that fiance's parents can be quite narcissistic and manipulative. As they were the oldest between their siblings and had a sense of entitlement, they believe the older you are, the more respect younger people have to give you. Respect is earned, not given. To make a long story short, a few small incidents of the narcissistic qualities of manipulation occurred, which I ignored, trying to give them the benefit of the doubt. My dad, 50 male, is one of the more caring and emotional types of males and allowed me my freedom when I was younger, as well as always showing love and affection. Fiance's dad is the opposite. One week, while I was visiting there and fiance was at work, I felt claustrophobic and anxious, so I went on my motorcycle for a ride around town. Said town is known for its safety and I know it well. I'm an excellent driver and rider. I called my fiance and informed him my plans and sent him my live location. I told his mom where I was going and his sister-in-law, 25 female, who was living with them at the time. His dad was out doing some work, so I did not get the chance to tell him. After an hour of riding, my fiance calls me and tells me his dad wants to have a chat with me when I get home and informed me he sounded upset. Okay. Fast forward to when I arrived home a few hours later. His father and sister-in-law were sitting outside, and when he saw me, he chased sister-in-law and her baby inside the house and confronted me by saying the following: that I'm not allowed to leave the property without my fiance with me or without his, the dad's, permission. Sorry, how old are you? 23. Okay. That I'm not allowed to drive my own car without his permission. And that if I ever wanted to ride my own motorcycle, I would have to ask permission. But that his answer will always be no. Because how dare I be a woman riding a bike? Excuse me, sir.
The audacity.
He essentially said I'm grounded under all circumstances when I'm there at any given time, like a child who's not competent. I assume he has a thing about control.
Pride, dragon tails. Night-night, Javi.
Woman who can make her own decisions. I later found out his mom and sister-in-law lied to his dad, saying they had no clue that I left or where I went, even after fiance and I brought it up when confronting them, and they refused to hear it. Okay, again, you're not a child. After I came in for my little TED Talk with his dad and ran into his mom cornering me in the kitchen saying, "This is how real parents love." And what I got at my home was not, quote, love. She had a look in her eye that sort of hinted that she enjoyed me getting in trouble, which became clear after finding out she lied about me letting her know my plans. side-eye cam. I switched my feelings and emotions off, went to the room, packed my bags, and left. When fiance confronted him that night about his unfair behavior, he had the typical my house, my rules argument, and used raising his voice as a means to win the argument. I informed him I will not be setting my foot on their property again, and I have no interest in associating with them. My fiance supported me and understood, but I told him that just because I didn't want to see them or have a relationship with them, that it didn't mean he had to do the same. He's a full-grown man with his own freedom, but he said after seeing his parents knowingly treat someone he cares about like that, he did not want to be associated with them after. Fast forward to today. We live together in his hometown. His parents have said on multiple occasions they have nothing to apologize for, so we continue to keep our distance from them. His mom calls him often, and at times he picked up some last things from their house so she would complain about not feeling welcome in our new apartment, and wanting to visit and complaining that they don't get to see us anymore. Well, there's a solution to this problem. Apologize. Blatantly pretending to not know why and acting innocent. He's told her to her face multiple times why. They just believe that if you ignore it, it goes away. I know someone like that. His dad has even brought up that he feels disowned. No shit. My petty butt has started inviting family members and family friends over, and I know for a fact they're letting her know. And I know for a fact she's crawling out of her skin because she has no control over the situation. Respect is earned, not a birthright. My fiance has started suggesting that I meet up with them in a neutral place to talk things out, as his mom keeps guilt-tripping him about how terrible it is that we do not conform with their views. They don't want to fix things or feel bad, but they're salty that they're cut out and still have no intention of apologizing or admitting what they did was wrong. A power struggle, if you will. Am I the a-hole for refusing to see or associate with them after seeing their true colors and refusing to put up with it out of respect that they don't deserve? P.S. My dad says he never wants to meet fiance's dad because he has no respect for a man who treats his child like that when he himself has never even treated me like that. I mean, as someone who's currently stonewalling someone else, like, it is a bit of a move, but I'm okay with being a dick because it's also a kind of a similar situation. The person that I'm stonewalling has no desire to mend things, take accountability. Yeah, like, it's petty, but it's also like I've been driven to a point where, like, there's been so many things that have happened that I'm just, like, tired of communicating. Am I immature? Maybe. But, like, if every time I try to communicate what's going on and try to, like, resolve things, if every time that happens there's no admission of guilt, there's no taking of accountability, what is the point? There are some people in this world who would rather let a relationship die than to take accountability for hurting others. The words "I'm sorry" apparently are an admission that you are not as perfect as you seem. And maybe that's the issue. I mean, listen, you could try to work with them, you could try to have a relationship, but understand that, like, they're not sorry. Do with that info what you will. Top comment says, he's asking you to get berated again by these people so she stops guilting him. Nope, I get that he's being manipulated and may not see what he's really asking you to do. He needs to understand you can't fix what his parents broke, and this meeting will only make things worse. You can end up even more disgusted with them, resent your fiance for asking you to do it, and the guilt trips won't stop. This is the thing, though. The fiance clearly wants things to mend. Maybe he thinks more highly of his parents. Maybe he truly believes that y'all can meet like a common ground. I don't think he would be asking her to put herself in that position if he didn't truly feel like amends could be made. OP responds, this 100%. They do not want to meet to fix things. They want to win the standoff. It is kind of like a standoff, isn't it? Kind of a standoff. Who's gonna break first? Not me. He's told me everything they've said and complained about, and it's all about how they feel disrespected and cut off. Nothing about understanding what they did was messed up. He's sheltered and doesn't understand the concept of manipulation or narcissism. He just wants there to be peace, which I mean is not a bad quality, but I've made my feelings on the matter clear and my boundaries are set. It's a standoff now, and he doesn't fully understand that if I cave, my boundaries will mean nothing, and if they don't cave, they will respect the boundaries. I get where you're coming from, like, I really do, especially if you've been driven to a point where it's like, there is no other solution. Like, we've tried talking about it. Talking about it doesn't work. I think that he's probably been in situations with his parents where he eventually caves just to keep the peace. Oh, that's so weak. I'm sorry. Don't be weak. They can smell weakness, trust me. So we do have an update, but before we get to the update, I'd like to announce that my new merch is finally live, and it's the metallic drop. We got this t-shirt, we got the Moving the Shadows metallic, and then my personal favorite. Alright, so we got some sunglasses on the front, and we got a petty princess on the back. Isn't it cool? I love it. I love it. New fave. If you want to get your hands on this limited time drop, go to shop.charlottejewelry.net. And by the way, any other website that claims to be selling my merch is counterfeit, just so you know. That's some tea for you. All right, on to the update. This is a mini update from the events of the last 24 hours. I need to vent. Ooh, I love it when a story starts with I need to vent. Let me listen, Dave. I'm right here. After reading the comments and advice, I approached my significant other requesting that he be more stern and suggesting no contact if it doesn't work. He doesn't seem keen on the idea of stern confrontation because of his keep the peace mindset. Weakness! Throw a pair! But he said he will set them straight if they bring it up in one of their guilt trip attacks. The important character here is his mom. Just my luck, after having this conversation with him, I get informed by his family member that his mom is spreading versions of the story that make me out to be the toxic person keeping her from her beloved son, when she did nothing wrong but show love. I mean, didn't you also say that family friends and like family members were like telling you that she's a narcissist? I understand it sucks to hear that your reputation and your character is being assassinated, but like, people will second guess her, don't worry. I got very frustrated as I feel she knows I won't confront her because I went no contact, and that significant other won't confront her because he's too soft. So she's going and getting ahead by spreading the story of what happened to favor her. She knows they're in the wrong, but she's trying to prove she's got the upper hand. Otherwise, she wouldn't be jumping to tell what really happened before I could, right? I feel like sometimes people like this really genuinely feel like they're not in the wrong. They are drinking so much Delulu lemonade that they truly believe that they're the hero and everybody else is out to get them. It's that victim mentality, that victim mindset, right? It's like a way of like protecting your brain, even though it kind of doesn't. But anyways, it is a narcissistic trait. You know, when there's like a little bit of a confrontation to go around and tell everyone your side of the story, especially if it's fabricated, and like cherry pick certain things to make yourself sound better. She's been telling everyone no one is allowed near our place because I'm here, which is literally a lie. Her and her husband are the only ones not welcome here, not because I'm here, but because they treat people like crap and I refuse to accept it. She said I'm just a sensitive child trying to find other people to blame for my overreaction. They literally tried to control you and ground you like you're 5 years old. Absolutely not. She put a post on her WhatsApp about how people shouldn't be childish and stop blaming their behavior on others. It's so funny because the person I'm currently stonewalling also posts like very cryptic things to social media. It's like the only way for them to like get how they feel out there in the hopes that you'll see it. I don't see it. I don't watch. I'm going to win! And I find that so ironic. I feel defeated and invisible to my significant other because he's struggling to understand how he's setting a bad precedent by letting them say these things without consequence. Because he's used to it, babe. He thinks that's normal, okay? I explained that I would prefer we both went no contact to solidify our boundaries as they don't expect it from him. Thus, it might actually achieve some kind of progress. I mean, it could, but it could just reinforce the, like, narrative that you're keeping their son from them. You gotta be okay with being the bad guy, honestly. You really do. My anger has been building, my patience waning, and I feel like showing up there and telling them exactly how delusional and entitled they are. Do not stick to your guns. They're not going to hear it. They want you to freak out. They literally do. They're painting you as this crazy girl that's like toxic and keeping their son from them. They want you to buckle and to have a meltdown. Don't do it. Stay stoic. I'm frustrated. I feel muted and losing hope. Don't feel muted. Understand that stonewalling is a power move, okay? It is kind of manipulative. But it's a manipulation tactic you use when you don't want to communicate things anymore. And oftentimes, people behave exactly the way they should when they fear losing you. You know? I don't like it when people stonewall for like really silly reasons, but if you've had like a confrontation with someone, like a family member or a friend or a boyfriend, I don't like it in relationships, honestly. But sometimes the best thing that you can say is nothing. And if that's stonewalling and manipulative, then so be it. Whatever. This is so not healthy. I'm so toxic. Let me make it clear that you should only stonewall someone if communication hasn't worked. And this is coming from someone who over-communicates. This is me recovering as a people pleaser, okay? Sometimes communication doesn't help. What does help is removing yourself from the situation and not putting any energy into it. I don't necessarily hope for them to come to their senses, as I know it's not likely, but I'd rather hope for significant others to just back me up and be a bit more stern. I agree with you. I agree that he could back you up a little bit more, definitely. Would I be the a-hole if I showed up there and fought them on their behavior? Don't. You wouldn't be the a-hole, but you're not gonna get what you want. Like, I'm just telling you right now. Making it clear that their continuous crappy behavior has led to me fully and forever cutting them out, and they will be dead to me. Whether the wedding happens, kids happen, or any life events. I mean, listen, if you think it will make you feel better, I'm just telling you right now, it probably won't. I don't think that you're going to get the behavior that they want. You know, if they are narcissists attacking their character, they would view it as insulting them or making them take accountability. It'll just put them on the defensive and they kind of just act like, you know, when like an animal is in fear mode, they feel like they're being attacked. I feel like it will make it worse, honestly. I know that that's what you feel like doing, but I just don't feel like it's worth it. Okay, so lots of people in the comments are saying don't marry this spineless man. He's shown that he's willing to sacrifice you and your well-being to avoid conflict with people who are the actual problem. I think it's a bit harsh to say don't marry someone. It's easy for us to say because it's not our relationship. It's a lot more common for people who've grown up in an environment like this to be a bit of a pushover because they've learned that they can't fight back. That's just the reality. I don't like that your husband seems to be a bit of a pushover, but whether or not you want to see this marriage through, it's up to you, babe. Do you want to deal with this family for the rest of your life? How does it feel to you that your fiance is not really sticking by you? It's up to you. So are you the a-hole for stonewalling your future in-laws for telling you you're grounded when you visit them? No. Am I the a-hole for causing my mother-in-law not to come to my husband's birthday? No. My husband's 29th birthday was last week. 3 weeks prior, I told him I planned a lobster buffet for him with our 2-year-old. He was super stoked because he mentioned several times in the past that he'd never had lobster. Ooh. I told him to tell me if he had something else in mind, but he loved my idea, so I booked the dinner. A $120 reservation plus similar price gifts, totaling about $240. A significant amount of money where I'm from. A week before, his mother texted, requesting an invitation. Okay. My husband said absolutely not and said he's tired of constantly footing the bill for his family's celebrations. He usually provides food and gifts for others' birthdays and resents that he's not getting the same treatment for his birthday. Since the buffet was dinner, I considered inviting his mother to lunch. He's annoyed by his family's expectations, but I know he loves his mom very much and that he'd still love to spend part of his birthday with her. Crux is, his mother also celebrated her birthday earlier in the month. My husband gave her travel money, and I gave her $100 of spending money. While away, she requested some additional cash, which I happily gave. Since then, I've been transparent about my husband's birthday expenses, telling her my limited remaining budget, so I mentioned that if she wanted to come, she should come alone due to financial constraints. She agreed. The night before, she suddenly said she'd be bringing her mother and my husband's younger brother. Okay, does she think that you're paying for all of it? I would also maybe communicate that with her and be like, listen, I can't afford that. You can bring them, but you're gonna have to pay for that.
Joey doesn't share food!
I reiterated, good, our budget limitations, but she insisted they wouldn't eat much. I said I literally do not have any money to host more people and my husband was unwilling to pay for them. Bringing 2 additional persons meant compromising our grocery budget for the rest of the week. I eventually conceded, but felt very disrespected. I didn't tell my husband, but I felt so bad that I confided in my sister-in-law, who then told my older brother-in-law. He ended up lecturing my mother-in-law, then she texted, yeah, let's probably just meet next time, and has since ignored me. I now feel terrible. Edit, my husband loves his mom and loves spending time with her. He just resents spending for her. I know I was stupid and disrespectful for violating his boundaries, but he doesn't have a bad relationship with her, as a lot of people are implying. Why are you letting your husband handle his own mother? You jumping in the middle of things and trying to play nice is what caused this whole situation. Your husband's tired of going above and beyond for his family celebrations and getting nothing, including appreciation in return. You taking him out to celebrate was all he wanted, needed, and was very appreciated. Anyways, you didn't cause your mother-in-law not to attend. Her not wanting to spend her own money instead of yours or your husband's is why she bailed. Take the win and enjoy the celebration how it was originally planned. Alright, here's an interesting take. You thought it was a good idea to do the thing he specifically said not to do. Help me understand why you know better than your husband on his family experience and what he wants for his birthday. Look, I get that he said he misses them. I also assume that you have a normal and relatively healthy family. What he has is not that, and you should always take his lead in dealing with his family. I mean, that's a very good point. When he says absolutely not, he has a good reason and means it. You're the a-hole for hugely overstepping on this one. Yeah, you're not the a-hole for causing his mom to not show up, but I feel like you are kind of the a-hole for going against your husband's wishes and inviting his family who he's frustrated with. So I feel like you're asking the wrong question here. Like, you are definitely not the a-hole for causing his mother to not come, because that's, like, what your husband wanted. You are the a-hole for inviting her in the first place and allowing 2 other family members to just essentially take over this birthday celebration for a person that doesn't even really want them there. Your husband literally said not to invite her, and behind his back, you did it anyways. You then kept it a secret from him because you didn't want to upset him. You're the a-hole for hiding stuff from him. Grow a backbone and learn to say no. Everybody's like, why are you giving her money all the time? Yeah, that's why I was so confused when I was reading this, because I was like, okay, no, that's weird. We shouldn't be just handing out money, and like people can't just invite themselves to dinners and not pay for anything. Am I right? I feel like I'm right.
Wow.
So Reddit actually said you are the a-hole, but not for the reason that you asked. You're the a-hole for inviting his mother and like allowing her to kind of commandeer this whole birthday thing despite the wishes of your husband, who did not want that. But it's all good. OP's in the comments. She kind of understands she needs to set better boundaries and she needs to listen to her husband more. So it's all right. It's all good. But you are kind of a butthead. Like, I'm just saying. Would I be the a-hole? Mother-in-law specifically excluded us from overseas vacation and will want to tell us about it next weekend, which I think is rude and mean. So would I be the a-hole if I do not engage with the vacation stories? My mother-in-law took my brother-in-law, Ulysses, 42, and his new girlfriend and his daughter, our niece, 18, to Greece for her high school graduation. When mother-in-law informed me of their plans, she said, you are not allowed to go, even if you pay, because it's just for Ulysses and his daughter. There is a long history of Ulysses being the golden child, and the preferential treatment is blatant and profound. So this was not unexpected. Next weekend, when we attend our niece's graduation party, they, mother-in-law, father-in-law, brother-in-law, girlfriend, and niece, will all want to tell us, me, husband, and son, all about the trip. It is rude to brag about something in front of someone you excluded. I feel like there's a gray area there. I mean, she did tell you that this was kind of like a private thing. It was for your niece's high school graduation. She was honest with you. Quite frankly, I've been on vacations before with like big groups of people and I don't really like doing that. I don't know. I'm kind of feeling like, okay, so you don't want to like hear about their vacation? I feel like you're just mad that you weren't allowed to go. I don't know. That's silly. You can't just sit and let them show you pictures for like 10 minutes? Like, I'm sorry, that's silly. Literally, you just have to sit there. They'll be like, oh my gosh, look, we saw this turtle. Oh, there was a turtle and this was our food. It was so good. You just have to sit there and be like, oh wow, oh my gosh, that's beautiful. Oh, I'm so glad you had fun. That's literally it for like 10 minutes. Who cares? Jeez. Am I wrong? Like, I feel like this is very irrational. Will I be the a-hole if I don't engage when they start talking about the trip? I mean, kind of. Yeah, that's really silly. It'll make you look bad as well. So, like, I'm just thinking about you, and, like, if you just kind of sit there, like, it's weird. Additionally, I believe these stories will hurt my son's feelings because we weren't allowed to go. I feel like your son also needs to understand that he's not going to be included in everything in life.
This is outrageous.
And just because someone else got a present, that doesn't mean he is entitled to a present if he didn't deserve it. When he graduates high school, he can get a present or a trip or something. Not just because someone else got it. So will I be the a-hole if I steer my son away from these conversations? Oh dear. Thank you, me, 47 female. I mean, a little bit. This is very silly. He needs to learn how to be happy for other people. And so do you. P.S. I fully own the envy and jealousy evident in my tone. Despite being married for 18 years, I still have strong feelings about how cruel and insensitive my mother-in-law is to my husband. We could have paid for ourselves and would have gladly joined them if invited, but we weren't invited, so it never occurred to me to mention it. But mother-in-law had to explicitly forbid our participation, which is just bitchy. I guess so. Yeah, it could be bitchy, but don't be a bitch in return by walking away from the conversation where they're talking about a vacation. Like, I feel like that's really silly. People also pointed out in the comments that you're kind of also punishing the niece. I understand that you and your mother-in-law don't have a great relationship, but like this trip was also about your niece and her high school graduation. So by walking away, you're kind of being rude, but not only to the mother-in-law, also to your niece, who probably is excited to tell you about the trip. Yeah, that's a very good point. Another person said this is the way. Honestly, if OP and mother-in-law don't get along, then it makes sense mother-in-law wouldn't want to go on a trip with her for an event that doesn't directly involve OP. I mean, that's a very good point. OP is kind of saying like, oh yeah, we don't get along, I don't like her, but then why do you want to go like on a trip with her? That sounds horrible. No thanks. Could never be me. Seriously, who wants to go on a trip with someone they don't like? I don't know about that. I don't know if I believe you, but still, if they really didn't like each other, why does want to go on a trip with them? The last thing I want to do when it comes to someone I don't really get along with is go on a trip with them. So weird. If OP has the funds to go on their own and doesn't like mother-in-law, wouldn't it be preferable for everyone that way? It's a very good point. Why do you want to be included in a trip where you... She's allowed to take one family on a trip for a special occasion within that specific family's life and not invite other family members. Yeah, regardless of your relationship, this is bottom line. If your son is over the age of 5, he should be able to understand it was a gift and it has nothing to do with him. You state there's a long history of him being the golden child but provide no evidence of it. Very good point. This post is very short. There's not a lot of context. So based on what's written, you're the a-hole. It was a gift and it had absolutely nothing to do with you and your family. You just sound jealous and petty. Now, if she doesn't do the same thing when your son graduates, then it's a whole different issue. Bingo. But you literally gave no information about this brother being the supposed golden child. Everybody's kind of just saying the same thing. I hate to say it, but I'm kind of an a-hole. This is good.
Meet Asana, a work management platform that helps companies get more done and save more time. Teams can stay connected while they track updates and visualize timelines. Asana, a smarter way to work. Try it for free today at Asana.
Oh, bye-bye, yuck.
My husband is cheating on me with my high school bully.
I am not enjoying
Make sure
this
you stick
new
around
over-the-shoulder
for the
camera
juicy
thing.
update on
It's
this.
annoying.
I have found out that
I
my
get it,
husband is
but I don't
having
like
an
it.
affair with my high school bully for the past 6 months. Okay, so it wasn't just like a one-time lapse in judgment. This was like a full-on relationship. I just can't believe that he could fool me. His affair started 6 months ago. I could trace it to 6 months back anyway. It could have been longer. There were no signs, no indication, no change of behavior, no change in the bedroom. I just found out by accident 3 weeks ago when his phone was on the nightstand. My husband was sleeping with my high school bully. Like, did he know about her?
I hope not.
I grew up in a small town, and this woman bullied me severely in middle school and high school. After graduation, I did everything to find a job in a bigger city, and I moved, leaving all the hurtful memories. I worked hard for a year, and I found an apartment, bought a car, and later started college. That's where I met my husband. We got married 2 years ago. I'm 8 weeks pregnant. He doesn't know yet. I will tell him eventually. Don't worry. When I was in college, my bully reached out to me after we bumped into each other at a party. She was new in town and was glad she saw a familiar face.
Why would I want to talk to you?
I feel like this is just another way that she's bullying you. She never acknowledged what she did, and I never confronted her. I didn't want to open old wounds. However, I wasn't going to befriend her, so I just rebuffed any attempt of reconnecting. She still moved in the same crowd as my husband and me. I never told my husband anything about her or our past. Ooh. I wasn't even sure he knew her by name. Okay. Well, at least he didn't know. Listen, he's trash. He's already trash for cheating on you. At least he wasn't aware. What I'm gathering from this is that she wanted what you have. And guess what the bullying was about? Probably the same thing. 3 weeks ago, when my husband was in the shower, he got a notification on Messenger. I thought it was odd since he hasn't been active on Facebook or Messenger in ages. We know each other's codes, so I looked and there was her name and pictures telling him she missed his stick. I scrolled a few messages back and there was a full conversation. I felt sick and my eyes went blurry, so I just left the phone back where it was and acted like nothing happened. So let me guess, are you guys like Facebook official? Like, does it say that he's married to you? Is that how she found him? I mean, even if you weren't Facebook official, I bet you anything that there's photos of you guys on his Facebook. Over the next 2 weeks, I looked at his phone whenever I could. I found out that my husband deleted Messenger when he didn't use it, except for the time he forgot. I started doing the same. Whenever he's sleeping, playing games, or out for a run, I took his phone and installed Messenger. I could trace back their relationship 6 months. They've been sleeping together for 4. A lot of graphic description of what they want to do or have done to each other, but also a lot about me. It was often one-sided. It was always my bully asking questions and trying to get answers about me, and my husband either reluctantly answering or outright telling her not to talk about me. Ooh, okay, so she obsessed with you a little bit, girl.
Bad behavior.
But they've discussed my intimate habits and said I'm vanilla. To her constant questions about if he preferred me better, he answered that it's different and he doesn't want to compare. Discussions about me often ended in him getting irritated, and he stopped answering for days. I have never cried my whole life combined compared to these last few weeks. She out to get you. This isn't even just about bullying, man. She's trying to ruin your life. I want to leave my husband, but I don't want to tell him why. Alright. Let him cry about it. The same way you're crying about it. I don't want to give him or my bully the satisfaction of knowing that they hurt me. I just want to ask for a divorce and just tell him I wasn't in love with him anymore and I'm not happy in our marriage. It won't be lying, technically, because he's not the man I loved and I'm not happy in our marriage.
Technicality.
I haven't told anyone what I found out, but I told my mom that I want to leave my husband and stated the reasons above. She went berserk. This is why you need to be honest. Otherwise, everyone's just gonna be like,
this is something you could have worked out. Like, if you guys are fighting, you know, maybe it's just a rough patch.
no, Bestie, he cheated on you with your high school bully.
Okay.
This is
Well,
so out
she's
of the blue
pregnant.
and moronic that the first question
This
she
this
asked
is water.
whether I was cheating on
I've been
him or
chugging
not.
water.
See, they're gonna blame it on you unless you tell the truth. This was a preview to what probably everyone else will think and say, but honestly, I would rather live with being the perpetrator than the victim this time. Okay. I just can't let that bee hurt me again. Watch me suffer and enjoy it. I just can't. I know I'm being irrational right now, but please put yourself in my shoes and tell me what you would do in my stead. I would literally tell everyone I know. I'm not even exaggerating, like I would. Comments say, yes, this is just more bullying. I slept with your man and he said I was better. That's what this is about. As soon as OP is gone, she'll dump that dude.
He's absolutely right.
So some people are saying that cheaters like the affair confrontation in a twisted way. It's the culmination of all the sneaking around and the burst of adrenaline and emotions. It's the conclusion to an explosive and reactive betrayal. I can understand not wanting to give them the satisfaction, but I think at the same time, I'm also a people pleaser. I care what people think about me, and if it ended up with like me being the person who did wrong, that's an attack on my character, and I wouldn't be okay with that. I take it very personally when people attack my character. I don't know how I would react. I feel like in this type of situation, I would let people know if they asked. But we do have a juicy little update. Many said I needed a lawyer. I don't know about that. We don't have assets more than a joint account for monthly expenses and a joint savings account where both of us can do whatever withdrawals. I've already transferred my contribution to my private account. I'm not trying to protect my husband and his AP of their reputation. I just don't want to give them, her, the satisfaction of knowing how much they've hurt me. I've read all your comments and the majority think I have the wrong approach. I've decided to follow my gut. About terminating my pregnancy. Ooh, that's another one. I'm pro-choice, and of course I've chosen my baby even before I knew I was pregnant. I can't get rid of it, only because I don't want to be with its father anymore. Me and my brothers are children to divorced parents, and we turned out decent enough. About my bully being the stepmom, the chance is slim, and not good enough for me to convince me to get rid of my baby. I already love it more than anything in the world. It's highly probable that your bully is only having an affair with your husband because she's trying to hurt you. I mean, kind of if that satisfaction is taken away, then I highly doubt that she would ever be your stepmother, let alone she would stay with him.
She doesn't love him. She's just using him. She just wants something to do.
I've broken the news to my husband that I'm leaving him. I've already talked to my friends about it, and being unhappy in my marriage seemed a good enough reason for them to support me. One of them offered me her place until I find my own. I got really emotional and hugged her and cried because that meant I could leave my husband's apartment now. He was shocked when I told him. I don't think he took me seriously at all at first, but he asked me if he did something wrong. You did. I told him I'm simply not happy with him and I think I'm still too young to waste my life in an unhappy marriage. He said he noticed me being distant the past month, but he never would have guessed that I was unhappy with him. He begged me to tell him what was wrong because this can't be it. He believed me, however, when my friend came to take me with her. This was Thursday. He's been calling me multiple times a day, but I haven't answered. I like that he has absolutely no clue and it's gonna eat him up inside. He showed up this morning to my friend's house and begged me to have breakfast with him. I agreed. He looked like he hadn't slept or shaved since I asked for a divorce. I told him I was pregnant and that I'm keeping it, but he didn't have to be a part of its life if he didn't want to. His phone was on the table and he got a notification. from Messenger. So he'd forgotten to delete the app before meeting me. When I saw her name, I told him, "Oh, is that her name? You know, she used to bully me in high school back when we both lived in town." He froze. "Oh, I haven't told you about her?" I told him everything she did and how it affected me, how she never apologized about anything. He was silent the whole time and just looked at me. I ended it with, "Be careful with her. I don't think she's changed much, to tell you the truth." He grabbed my arm and just watched my face like he wanted to see if I knew something. Let him squirm about it. I bet you anything he's second guessing that whole relationship now. "Oh, I'm sorry. Did you think that you had someone's shoulder to cry on? No, that's a bully who slept with you in order to get at your wife and hurt her. My plan is to buy a small apartment because that's all I can afford right now. A 1-bedroom is enough until I have my baby and it's old enough to need its own room. I can upgrade later when I've saved more. I'm not leaving this city. I spent my best years here and I have the greatest memories. I have my friends around me and hopefully they will still be supporting me when
Bye,
the
love you,
divorce is
bye.
a fact. I've already filed for divorce, but he's probably going to ask for a thinking period. I'm not in a hurry though. Everything will get better. For now, I want to cry, try to get over him and heal, and be there for my baby." Wow, you're a better woman than me. You really are holding your head high through all of this, and I love how you told him. OP playing chess while her ex playing tic-tac-toe. Tic-tacky-ho.
Good one.
I'm very impressed with how you handled this situation. And I'm also happy that we got a little bit of petty revenge and that you did kind of let him know, but like not enough.
Sneaky.
Not enough to give him the satisfaction of a confrontation so he could explain himself and lie, probably. But like enough to make him hate himself. We got some more cheating drama. Don't go anywhere.
The bell doesn't dismiss you. I dismiss you.
This is a spicy one. Shared in the Charlotte Over YouTube subreddit. My husband cheated. Then he got cancer. I left him while he was in surgery. Some people might call me heartless, but let me tell you the whole story and then you can decide. 2 years ago, I caught my husband sneaking around on Snapchat with a former coworker. At the time, we were already in a brutal, miserable marriage and counseling because he acted like he hated me. Like I was the root of all his problems.
Yep.
Meanwhile, he had no problem running off at a moment's notice to help other women,
Yep.
especially his old high school flame, who was still hanging around in our social circle.
Not
This
quite.
is why my theory of why people cheat. I just really
Just
think that they're
literally
just
anybody.
trying to find a way out of the marriage or the relationship. They're looking for a way to self-sabotage. When I confronted him, he admitted to the affair. It broke me, but I stayed. We had 3 kids. I thought we could rebuild. We went to therapy, and I fought for our marriage. Then last fall, life threw us another curveball. He got cancer. It was serious, but treatable. He needed chemo, which meant he needed a port surgically placed into his chest to make treatments easier. I was right there at the hospital waiting for his surgery to be over. I was still being the good wife. Then, his phone dinged. I picked it up, thinking it might be something important about his treatment. It wasn't. It was her, his high school sweetheart.
Oh,
The one I'd always been polite to. The one he swore was
Just a friend.
the one who was always conveniently around when I wasn't. My heart pounded as I scrolled up through their messages. At first, it was innocent, catching up, reminiscing about old times, but then I saw it. He tried to hook up with her. During the same time, he was giggity-gooing with his coworker behind my back. He also had been trying to get her into bed. 2 affairs. 2 betrayals.
We got a 2-for-1 special today.
And here I was, sitting in a hospital, waiting for this man to come out of surgery so I could hold his hand and tell him,
"We'd get through this together."
honestly, I don't blame you one bit. It would be one thing if he never cheated again, but he did.
They always do.
I was livid. But then, a strange thing happened. I didn't cry. I didn't break down. I just felt done. Done with the lies, done with the betrayals, done with him. I stood up. I walked out of that hospital. I drove home, packed up my things, packed up my kids' things, and I left. By the time he woke up from surgery, I was gone. No dramatic goodbye, no confrontation, just silence. Honestly, silence is probably my favorite card to play. Silence and indifference is what hurts the person the most. Because you're not giving them the satisfaction of being able to explain themselves, of being able to like make themselves out to be a little bit better of a person. I don't even want to hear it. I don't care. Now he's going through chemo, and despite everything, I still make him freezer meals and arrange for people to take him to his treatments. I make sure he has what he needs, but only at a distance. He's still going through something. He's still the father of your children. You can be kind to him and also be kind to yourself and not put up with it anymore. And the irony, he begs me to come back. He says he's changed, that cancer has opened his eyes, that he finally understands what's truly important, that he's sorry, that he loves me, that we can start over. No. You had a second chance, buddy, and you blew it. And now I'm left wondering, what if he's telling the truth? He's not.
No.
You already gave him a second chance, girl. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice.
Oh, 3 times. Oh my god.
What if he really has changed? What if the man who betrayed me, hurt me, and destroyed my trust is actually capable of being the man he always should have been? Well, I'm sure he's capable of it, but he chose not to be. More than once. I don't know what to do. I want to believe him, but I also know if cancer hasn't forced him to face his morality, he might still be sneaking around behind my back. Is a second chance worth the risk, or is it just too little, too late? Of course he wants another chance. But you're also teaching him by forgiving him in the first place. And listen, I get it. You know, you got kids together, you got years with this man. But if he really, really, truly cared, he would not have done this again to you. He doesn't care. He just wants someone to take care of his loser butt. I mean, that's a good point, because where is this affair partner? Is this affair partner the one that's taking care of him now that he needs someone to take care of him? Or is that just reserved for his wife that has no backbone? I'm sorry to be blunt, but it's true. Once he's back to being healthy, he will cheat again. He'll have realized that life is too short to sleep with just one person, or life is too short to stay in an unhappy marriage. This guy is playing her because he needs a nursemaid right now. I have a feeling the moment he recovers, he'll go back to cheating. And I honestly have to agree. Am I overreacting? Questionable texts on my 24 female, boyfriend's 25 male phone. I found these texts between my boyfriend and a coworker. For context, he works nights at a hospital. So blue is the boyfriend, orange is... we'll find out. Dude, I'm telling you, there is this Filipino chick on CTU3 that just left that I wanted so bad, bro. Not even funny. Amazing butt. She was short and very cute. She's still PRN, but I'll be lucky to see her again, so that ship has sailed. So then he sends a picture of her. She's on the left. That's her twin sister on the right. I literally said out loud,
Please tell me the one on the left.
yes, sir. Literally going to move in with her soon. She's out of my league. Go get her, tiger. So you're involved. This sounds like a text message conversation between bros that, like, cheat and they, like, share each other's conquests. So she's married. There's another cutie on CTU3 that looks similar but not as good, named... She's actually single too, I'm pretty sure. My work boo told me. My work boo? Oh, absolutely not. Yes, I remember a lot of good-looking nurses on CTU3 and techs. For real, there's a baddie on CTU7 that I've had my eyes on since I first saw her, but I've never talked to her because she works days. So this guy has gone as far as to find out the names, find out if they're single, and another one that's married. You're getting the relationship statuses, you're finding out names. What possible reason could there be for that if you weren't actually gonna do something? It's different when you're just like,
Oh man, did you see that guy? He was so cute.
that's different.
Oh man, that girl's so good looking.
No, dude, you're making a plan here. But no, she looks so beautiful. Nothing holds my gaze like a Latina, dude.
Ponerme la chancla y el bañador. Voy a la playa, había subido la marea.
I've had everything but a black chick. We're not, you know, like a gelato store where you can just sample every flavor. But the sweetest brown sugar might as well be Colombian black tar instead. Oh, Lord. This is disgusting. I'm grossed out.
Don't talk about women like that, okay?
I'll keep an eye out for you. I'm the best wingman, believe me. Being a good witness is key. Ugh. You are not overreacting. This is not an overreaction. Not only is he likely cheating, but look at the way he talks about women. And even if he was single, the way that he's like discussing the flavors, it's so objectifying. So OP updated. I confronted him and he said he was just talking shisa and hyping his friend up. I think this is beyond disrespectful, and he could have hyped up his friend in a more appropriate way. Also, I'm white, European, not Latina, so there's that. Okay, so he's essentially saying that you're not his type. I'm not sure what to do or how to feel. I'm already insecure, and this makes me feel worse. I mean, your boyfriend kind of sounds like a scoundrel, honestly. Black-hearted scoundrel. I've been upset all day, and he just blames me for going through his phone. Oh, they always do. Let's talk about the issue at hand, which is why you need privacy in the first place. I know going through his messages was wrong, but I knew something was up with him, and this is what I found. This is at best extremely disrespectful, and at worst, he's scoping out prospects to cheat on me with. I think all of those things are happening, honestly. OP updated in the comments. I woke up this morning and sent him a breakup text. I know that's kind of crappy, but I feel like if I told him in person, he would be better at convincing me to stay. I mean, he's already gaslighting you, babe, and blaming you for going through his phone. So, yeah, manipulators probably would convince you to stay. I feel like I put up with a lot of disrespect for years, and I want to thank everyone who DM'd me for their encouragement that finally gave me the confidence to do this. If you are anything other than grossed out by your boyfriend at this point, I don't know what to tell you. So are you overreacting? No. I wanted to include a story in this video that will give us some much needed satisfaction. Revenge on my cheating husband. I found out my husband cheated on me in November. I've known this man since I was 5, been best friends forever, and now married for 5 years. He decided he wanted a divorce. 2 months ago, he basically came crawling back and asked for our marriage back. I said okay. Little does he know I'm saving $500 on his dime every month to leave him eventually. Oh, that's good. Excellent. Little does he know I'm losing weight and getting my body in the best shape of its life for my future person who will never take me for granted. Oh yes. We're moving in the shadows, bestie. I love to see it. Little does he know I made a fake profile on Snapchat and added his father to it. Oh my. His father is now cheating on his mother with a fake profile, aka me. His dad, you are diabolical. You are an evil genius. I will be sending all the screenshots to his mother after I leave. Normally I wouldn't bring anyone else into this, but his mother decided I was in the wrong for her son cheating on me. Ooh, oh okay, love that. Won't that be ironic? Little does he know I talked to my rental manager and signed a contract to leave the apartment, which is in my name, in December. Same week, he will be gone on a trip. Won't it be funny when he comes back to new locks, his wife missing, his stuff in the dumpster, and nowhere to live? It won't be funny. It will be hilarious. Oh, and did I mention his dream car is in my name because I had better credit? No, you didn't, but I'm glad you did. Don't worry, I've already started the process of selling it and it will be towed to California that same week he's on vacation. I will never let anyone play me for a fool again, and I certainly won't let someone cheat on me and leave me only to try and pick me as a second option later. Who said revenge isn't sweet? Oh, we love revenge on this channel. We love pettiness, and we especially love moving in the shadows. Subscribe! My husband.
Ah! Shit. Stop it. Yes. Okay. I need to take the big ones away. Ah. Okay.
Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Gross. No. No. No!
Freakier Friday is coming to theater.
No, that fuck it ain't coming to nothing near my TV screen, no how.
For 6 years, she built an empire off her body. I am so sick of feeling insecure. Please help. How to love your flat chest. But in April 2025, she made a decision that would alienate her once loving audience.
She was a hope for me, a goddess.
With fallen fans calling her evil, disgusting, and hypocrite.
I feel so betrayed.
But is this uproar justified? Or is there more to the story than meets the eye?
So why did I do it? Am I crazy? Was everything a lie? Was I secretly insecure this whole time and just use body positivity as a way to make money?
We're talking about Clara Dow. In 2019, Vietnamese-Canadian Clara Dow began her online journey by spreading one message: love yourself for who you are. A message that's inspiring in an age where regular citizens are bombarded with imagery of cosmetic surgeries and weight goals, all of which could lead to body image insecurities. And for the longest time, from the late 90s to early 2020s, most of these surgeries and workouts were targeting women to go bigger in both bust and behind. It was rare for an influencer to praise the opposite, but Clara did just that. Since 2019, she openly talked about being thin and having a small chest, acknowledging she was insecure at times, but she still encouraged her fans to love their bodies, no matter what haters had to say.
There's nothing wrong with having no chest, okay? Take back your negative energy and go.
Many videos were aimed at helping other girls with similar figures, making videos such as how to love your flat chest, how to look hot with a flat chest, how to be confident in dating as a flat-chested, skinny girl, 16 perks of having small boobs, and so many more. Clearly, this message resonated with viewers, as by 2025, she had over 4.16 million subscribers on YouTube and 3 million followers on TikTok. And yet, some people began to turn against her. 6 years and 1,000 videos about her body later, some had grown sick of her content. As one Reddit user put it, while I do appreciate her effort for trying to create a safe space for girls, her whole personality revolves around being flat. Yes, even for longtime fans, the repetitive nature of Clara's content had made her unwatchable.
I really like her content. Past tense. There is a difference between being body positive and making your body the entire conversation.
But by the time Clara began featuring her new boyfriend Javi in videos, viewers weren't just bored, they were suspicious. One Redditor described it as giving fake vibes, adding, "Something is very much off in the relationship." But this wasn't the first time that Clara was called fake. Back in 2022, Clara made a video to show support for Mahsa Amini, who was arrested for wearing her hijab incorrectly and died at the age of 22 while in the custody of Iran's morality police. Evidence showed that she was murdered, but Iran's government denied it, sparking protests worldwide. In Iran, over 500 protesters were killed. Online, women were shaving their hair off in response. Clara, however, joined in by what viewers could only describe as trimming her split ends. For some, posts seemed tone deaf. Why does it feel like a mockery? Not gonna lie, thought you were joking. But others believed Clara's actions were more calculated than that.
This is a clear example of virtue signaling. The fact that she was trying to force out a tear, pretending to be crying, that is performative.
This wasn't the only time Clara's attempts at women's empowerment fell flat. In one skit, she implied that she would do anything to protect girls. However, if a friend of hers is harming a man, she would turn a blind eye.
I find this video quite insensitive because regardless of your gender, you can be a victim of DV. And the fact that she can joke about something like this is beyond me.
But it was this video from 2024 that truly marked Clara's downfall.
I'm a naturally skinny person. I have never gained weight since my adult life. I've never had to worry about my weight.
Clara had been saying this for years. Yet, this upload threw her entire naturally thin narrative into question.
These are the habits that make me stay at this weight for the past 10, 15 years.
Clara started the video by sharing disturbing insight into her relationship with food.
And I only eat when I'm like really hungry. I often don't remember to eat unless I really feel it in my stomach. I'm like, oh my god, I'm hungry. And then I realized that, oh, it's like 7 p.m. and I haven't eaten anything already.
According to Clara, following hunger cues like this is much healthier than sticking to a schedule.
You have like regular mealtime, breakfast, lunch, dinner, and people just eat when it's mealtime, not necessarily because they are hungry. And I think that has to change.
And she didn't just discourage meals.
I don't think that is healthy. All that snacking, all that like eating when you're not hungry, is just extra calories.
Yep, even snacking was frowned upon. As for what Clara did encourage her viewers to consume, well, it wasn't food at all.
So I usually skip breakfast because I don't usually feel hungry in the morning, and instead I take this thing.
This part of the video seemed like a typical sponsorship and even had a code. However, her disclaimer wasn't very clear.
Is they reach out to me first, send me a few shots, and see if I like it before sponsoring this video. I emailed them back and told them that, hey, this stuff is amazing. I don't care if you pay me, I just love to work with you. I just love to tell people about this.
She mentioned payment without actually saying if she was paid or not, which may not comply with Canada's laws, where Clara resides, which states receiving payment in money or commissions should be disclosed, as well as clear and contextually appropriate. But what really triggered people were Clara's harmful claims about eating. While Clara claimed science was on her side,
and trust me, I have read a lot about this. I have learned and educated myself a lot about health and fitness and nutrition, so I can speak about this with confidence that like this is healthy.
A quick fact check reveals her advice wasn't just offensive, it was dangerous. The majority of healthcare professionals caution against only eating once a day like Clara does. Multiple researchers have also stated that there is no one ideal human diet. Depending on various factors like age, activity level, and health conditions, people have different nutritional needs. What matters most is getting enough of the essential nutrients your body requires to stay healthy. Following backlash over the video, Clara turned the comments off. But you don't have to go far to find social media posts drawing attention to the alarming signs. Contradictory in so many ways. Naturally skinny or having a hard time putting on weight means you don't have to try to be on the thinner side. On top of the contradictions in the video, the upload completely went against what Clara said in the past. In 2023, she made a 5 ways to get skinny video as a joke that reminded her viewers that they're perfect just the way they are. Naturally, viewers called out the sudden switch up. This aged well. She used to be so nice, and at that point, many people unfollowed, causing her following to stay stagnant for a long time. The creator's next move was the final nail in the coffin. On April 1st, Clara posted a TikTok that featured 2 major developments. The caption, "Happy April Fools," suggested that this was a prank, but just a day later, it became clear that Clara really had undergone surgery.
Yes, I did have a good job.
Clara, who once acknowledged her audience with a video titled "Being Flat-Chested Helps Me Get Over 100,000 Subscribers," now destroyed the very people who gave her that platform. People felt like she had lied to them and used their support to fund her surgery.
She sacrificed everything. She no longer has any fans. Everyone hates on her in all of her comment sections. Everything she stood for is gone.
I feel so betrayed. I saw her that she lives her best life and she loves herself. She's not insecure about this, and I felt like I stood. Why can't
trying to coax yourself into thinking that you don't care, and then once you have the money, you switch up on the people who trust you.
That month, over 100,000 people unfollowed Clara on TikTok. In one of her recent videos, a viewer commented, "I miss old Clara, not kidding." Clara replied, "I'm still the same inside," and she kept on insisting on this at first, but in her response to the backlash, contradicted herself again.
Notice my comments are shocked because my whole page used to be about loving my flat chest and being confident with it. I literally built my entire career and following around that. So why did I do it? Am I crazy? Was everything a lie? Was I secretly insecure this whole time and just use body positivity as a way to make money so I could finally afford a good job? No, let me tell you the real reason why I did it. And it comes down to one word: fun.
She acknowledged that body positivity gave her her dream life, but this wasn't enough.
I became the face of the flat-chested body positivity community, and for the longest time, I loved it. But over time, I got bored.
And while Clara said she still loves body positivity, in another TikTok, she claimed she was done making this kind of content for now. In the caption of the video, she wrote, "I have grown. Body positivity is no longer my only interest. I'm no longer creating for my insecure 16-year-old self. I have done enough, and I have healed her. I'm creating for the 25-year-old version of me that wants to shake things up and do things in her own unapologetic way." Yes, for Clara, it seemed body positivity wasn't so much a lifestyle, but a phase she had grown out of.
I just had this look, this aesthetic, my whole life, and now I just want to see what the opposite feels like. For fun, for curiosity, for me.
But at the same time, she argued that she was still the same, because her message had always been not caring about what people think. The context, however, was not the same. In the past, Clara had been preaching for her followers to follow their dreams.
And be like, okay, I'm just gonna do what I want. What's wrong with having 10 views? What's wrong with having 1 view?
And not to conform to society's standards.
Even when people around you criticize you and tell you that you should look a certain way, that you should gain weight, that you should lose weight, that you should have plastic surgery, that you should fix this, should fix that, that you should be a certain way to be someone that you're not, don't listen to that.